Hi there, this is my Shakespeare and Wordsworth lesson plan video. So I've split this into two sections, like two parts I guess, or two lessons. One part is the Shakespeare, which is what I'm going to talk about this video, and then the other video will be my Wordsworth lesson. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to go through it like how I sent it to you. So if you want to follow along with that, that'll have pretty much everything on it. So yeah, alright, so for my broad objective, the entire goal of my lesson plan, I guess, was to be able to read and understand both of the poems. I think reading and understanding are two completely different things, because anyone can read a poem, anyone can read Shakespeare, but to understand is a completely different thing. So I have an entire section in my lesson dedicated to that. So my specific objectives are to understand the meaning of both poems and to analyze the poems through questions, because I think understanding and analyzing are also two different things, because analyzing is putting what you understand into work. So that's super important, and that came in the form of questions that you gave us. So yeah, alright, so starting my Shakespeare lesson, the first thing I'm going to do is read the poem, because I think it's just good to go over the poem first and then kind of begin to analyze it. We need a broader sense of it. So this is Sonnet 12 by Shakespeare. When I do count the clock that tells the time, and see the brave day sunk in hideous night, when I behold the violet past prime, and sable curls all silvered o'er with white, when lofty trees I see barren of leaves, which erst from heat did canopy the herd, and summer's green all girded up in sheaves, borne on the bier with white and bristly beard, then of thy beauty After we got into the vocabulary, we kind of got that cleared up, so we're not confusing any words, because I find when you confuse words, then it's even harder to understand the meaning, because you have to look through the words. So now that we got some of those through, I just used the words that I had a hard time understanding and then try to apply those, because I don't know what everyone else understands. So anyways, so we're going to analyze the meaning of the poem, which I also have in my lesson plan. Those are the analysis is, which is my writing, is in the red. So I'm just going to read through the poem and then kind of explain it as we go. So when I do count the clock that tells the time, and see the brave day sunk in hideous night. Here it's the beginning of the poem, and Shakespeare's expressing his dismay for the passing of time. So we know that this poem is going to be how he doesn't like the passing of time. When I behold the violet past prime, and sable curls all silvered o'er with white, when lofty trees I see barren of leaves. It upsets Shakespeare to see people and things change from young to old. That's basically what he's saying in those lines. Which erst from heat did canopy the herd, and summer's green all girded up in sheaves, borne on the bier with white and bristly beard, then of thy beauty do I question make, that thou amongst the waste of time must go. Now we understand that he's talking about somebody personally, so maybe his wife, or it's some woman in his life, about how he questions the fate of their beauty and how they're really beautiful now, but that too will fade with age. Since sweets and beauties do grow themselves forsake and die as fast as they see others grow. Here he's saying that beautiful things die quickly and they don't have enough time. And nothing against time Scythe can make defense. Here he laments because there's nothing he can do to stop time. He spent all his poem talking about how he doesn't like it and how it's unfortunate, but there's nothing he can really do about it to change it. Save breed to brave him when he takes thee hence. Here Shakespeare's telling us that he believes children are the key to eternity, basically. If you have children, they'll have a part of you in them and to continue on your legacy, basically, and they'll live on with a part of you in them. So that's basically what I'm saying there. Okay, so now I'm going to answer the questions based on the poem. All right, so question number 1. And these were questions 1 to 3 on the assignment. Question 1. In Sonnet 12 by Shakespeare, how does he show the passing of time in the poem? All right, so I'm just going to read it pretty much straight off. Shakespeare shows the passing of time using a number of metaphors. When I behold the violet past prime and sable curls all silvered o'er with white. That's lines 3 to 4. This shows the passing of time because he talks about dark hair turning to white. This is a sign of aging and thus a sign of the passing of time. Since sweets and beauties do themselves forsake and die as fast as they see others grow. These are lines 11 to 12. Shakespeare tells us that beautiful things don't last against the hands of time and will eventually die. So he uses this kind of metaphor to kind of show that time passes. What does Shakespeare mean when he states, and nothing against time Scythe can make defense, save breed to brave him when he takes thee hence? That's lines 13 and 14. Who is taking him away and where are they taking him? When he writes these lines, he talks about how there's nothing that can stop time or the changes it causes, no matter how much one wishes. When he says save breed, Shakespeare's talking about how one should have children if they wish to, in a way, continue their time on this earth. Children hold your legacy and therefore a part of you. Who and where is he going? He's being taken to death by time. So I pretty much answered that question during the analysis, but I thought it was good to just go over that as well. Okay, so what 3 colors are referenced in Shakespeare's poem? What do they symbolize and how do they contribute to the mood of the poem? So the 3 colors that I picked were white, sable, and green. Okay, so in line 4, white is referenced as, and sable curls all silvered o'er with white. White in this line significates old age. Our hair loses pigmentation. Obviously, older people lose their pigmentation. White can also be the color of sacrifice or death, which also occurs with the passing of time. So that was a big part of the poem as well, so I thought I'd add that because white also symbolizes sacrifice or death. White is also the color of innocence, which may tell us that no matter the person, even if they are good, they too will eventually die. Alright, sable, the next color. Sable is referenced in the same line as white. I'll just reread that just in case. And sable curls all silvered o'er with white. Shakespeare uses these 2 colors as they are a stark contrast. Sable is a rich, deep color, which is used to symbolize youth and life. This is because younger people would possess this hair color as opposed to the old who have their white hair. This line is quite sad as it shows the inevitable passing of time. Somebody something nobody wants yet is bound to happen. Green. He uses green in line 7, and summer's green all girded up in sheaves. Here he talks about summer's green, which is all the life and happiness of summer with many flowers blooming and plants in their prime, but how they too will fall victim to this as well. This is also sad, but shows us that things on earth will fall victim no matter what they are. So I guess to cushion the blow, everything dies. So this is my part 1 Shakespeare. I'll probably put the part 2 right after this. So thank you.